Hey everyone, welcome to WolfCore Social Media CTF walkthrough. Before we dive in, I actually built this CTF by myself, and a big thanks to Ruben who encouraged and supported me through the whole process. Wouldn't be here without him. This CTF is an intentionally vulnerable social media platform I designed to simulate the kind of vulnerabilities that you would find in real world penetration testing or in a bug bounty engagement. Each challenges are isolated, which means they are not chained. They are individual weaknesses that reflects common misconfiguration or bad coding patterns that you would generally encounter on the job. The idea was to give people a realistic target to practice on, not just a toy CTF. If so, everything you would see here maps something in real world. And there are multiple vulnerabilities in this CTF, so it's going to be in a series. So in part one, it's going to cover account takeover using stored XSS by stealing cookies. Then the second one is going to be SSRF using weaponized FFmpeg file upload. And third is going to be multi-factor authentication bypass using Burp Suite. So this is a login page for our CTF or for our web app. So you can either create a new account from here or use those credentials at wolfcore.com, and the password for it is bob123. Let me just show you as in text. With these credentials, just log in. And the first vulnerability that we are going to look into is attack takeover using stored XSS by stealing the cookies. In the comment section of the post, it doesn't sanitize users input before rendering it. That means any JavaScript we drop into the comments executes on every browser's or every visitor's browser. That's a classic stored XSS, and we are going to use that to steal cookies and take over an account. So first we have to set up a listener. For that, create just open a terminal. Then start a Python server. Python 3 -m http dot server. On the next tab, we are going to expose the server to the internet. So open a new tab. Then using ngrok, use ngrok http, and port number is going to be 8000. So this is the URL we are going to use. So copy the URL, and this is the payload that we are going to use for our XSS attack. So instead of using this, just change the use this URL and copy the payload and post it in any of the comments actually. And yeah, here you can see our section ID. And open a private tab. In order to demonstrate this one, whoever watched this comment or post, we are going to get their section ID. So I'm going to use Ali's account over here, and the password for Ali's account is alice123. Let me just show you as in text. So then login. Over here you can see Ali's section ID. Then copy this section ID using a tool called cookie editor. Just change your cookie. Right now we are using Bob's account. You can see it over here. Then using just change Bob's section ID with Alice section ID and save it and refresh the page. You can see we have changed to Alice account. Just go to, yeah. Next vulnerability that we are going to look into is SSRF using FFmpeg HLS playlist. So when you upload a video to this web app, the server passes it straight to FFmpeg to generate a thumbnail. The problem with this is that FFmpeg supports HLS playlist or .m3u8 files, which can refer to arbitrary URIs, including file paths on the local server. So we craft a fake AVI that secretly contains an HLS playlist pointing to an internal file, and FFmpeg reads them for us. That's a server-side forgery. So in order to do this attack, we have to generate a fake AVI or a malicious AVI, to be precise. So open PyCharm and you can use this exploit, or you can use any exploit that you can find on GitHub, or just Google for SSRF using FFmpeg. GitHub. You can use any of those exploits. I'm using this one. So if you want to read any other files, you can just change it from here. In order to execute or create a fake AVI, I'm going to use Python. The file name of the exploit, it's SSRF FFmpeg.py, and the output file, I'm going to type it. I'm going to name it as output SSRF.avi. So we created this one. Let's look in ls. Look for output. Yeah, it's over here. So next we have to upload this AVI file, upload videos, or upload this AVI file and post it. Now you can see the file. So the next vulnerability that we are going to look into is multi-factor authentication bypass using response manipulation. So the admin account has multi-factor authentication enabled. You would expect that would stop us, but the multi-factor authentication validation makes logic makes a critical mistakes. The client side JavaScript reads the server's JSON response body and decide whether to redirect based on the success field. So if we are able to interrupt and modify the response before the browser sees it, we can flip the false to true and walk straight in. So in order to do that, first we have to log out from this account, Alice, and we have to log in with admin account. So the credential for admin account is admin@wolfcore.com, and the password is admin123. Let me just show you as in text. Yeah, login. So this is the multi-factor authentication page, and here we have to turn on the we don't need this anymore. We have to start Burp Suite. Yeah, so turn interceptor on, then type a random number. I'm going to type 000. Then click verify. Over here, what we can do is that we have to do intercept the response to this request and click forward and change this to true. And instead of this message, what we can do is that we can do what we have to change. We have to type redirect, and instead of this message we have to type feed.php .php. Yeah, and click forward, turn the intercept off, and here you can see the admin. We were able to log into admin account. Yeah, here you can see the admin panel. And this is a part one of WolfCore social media CTF series, and three different vulnerabilities, three different attack surfaces: the front end, the media process pipeline, and authentication flow. In part two, you're going to see other vulnerabilities in the same CTF. I hope this video was useful for you guys, and see you soon.